Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you a brand new episode in my Total War Attila Campaign Basic Series. This episode, in which we'll discuss a lot of the new features in Attila, is going to be aimed at players who are already familiar with the Total War franchise, especially Rome 2 Total War. So, let's dive right in. What is new in Attila? Well, first of all, some old features from previous Total War titles have returned, like the family tree. Many game mechanics have been overhauled. There are some new controls. There are new factions, game mechanics such as hordes. The UI has been overhauled, making it easier to navigate. And Total War Attila really does feel like an entirely new Total War game, rather than just an update or an expansion to Rome 2. And unlike the debacle that was Rome 2's launch, Attila comes as an actual playable game. The game actually seems pretty polished at release. There are still a few bugs, but they are mostly minor. Battles are much faster paced. Fatigue changes faster, both getting tired and recovering. Units are more sensitive to shock tactics than before, but they also rally more swiftly when they've been routed. Combat seems generally harder in Rome 2, and the AI seems a lot smarter, especially in siege battles. Generals now provide an army-wide morale boost instead of just within their radius of control. However, they do still have a larger bonus within that radius. You are now able to draw a path for a unit by holding shift and drawing a line while holding right mouse button. You can even end the route in an attack, which is great for flanking maneuvers. However, this doesn't work very well with multiple units selected. Attackers no longer throw torches at gates. Now they try to hack them down with axes, and generally, attacks on gates are much more damaging to the attacker than before. You will be punished if you just straight up attack the gates without siege equipment. Settlement damage now has negative effects on defenders and must be repaired on the campaign map. It does not automatically repair itself. Sieges now cause damage to settlements that are under siege. Defenders in settlement battles can now erect barricades, and settlements now automatically provide better bonuses or better defenses, such as ballistas and towers, even in non-capital cities. Capture points have also been changed a little bit. Whichever side has more units in a capture points radius will begin to gain ownership, and some units get bonuses towards capturing. When attackers capture a tower, the tower will be destroyed. Capital provinces cannot be assaulted without an extended siege or siege units. Naval units can now move in reverse. Troop transports carrying artillery and cavalry can now pre-deploy those units on the shore for land battles or coastal battles, so that those cavalry and artillery units can actually be used. Actual naval units are more effective against troop transports than they were in Rome 2, and there are many more siege deployables, and of course siege units as a whole feel more important and necessary than they have in the past. As far as the campaign side of it goes, the politics system has been overhauled and improved. The family tree, as mentioned, has been returned. Governors also make a comeback, and they can now be installed in provinces. Once you have a governor in a province, that governor can issue an edict, regardless of whether or not the entire province is actually under your control. This also means that generals do not have to be used to govern cities, which is definitely a welcome change. There has also been the introduction of horde mechanics and migrations, which basically means that there are certain factions that either cannot settle down, such as the Huns, or many of the barbarian tribes can simply migrate to a new city. They can tear their stuff down and turn into basically a horde to move. The tech tree has been simplified and polished. Units and generals now show their skill tree as they level up or gain traditions, and that shows which skills lead to other skills. Diseases are much more important, and some factions are actually more susceptible to diseases than others. There is now a new Scorched Earth feature. When you raise a town, you can abandon it and destroy everything within it. You really can, in Attila, watch the world burn. Armies, however, can be used to revitalize and repopulate a destroyed town. There's also been an introduction of a feature called the Total War Chronicle, which allows players to view, share, and create campaign stories, but we're not going to talk about that much in this tutorial. I'm sure that this is not a complete list, so if I missed anything, please leave it in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time. Resources now only generate in certain, I guess we'll call them biomes. For example, shallows and whatnot. So if there's a specific resource that you want to find,